Hi, my name is Naisha Jones, and I am currently a graduate student at Latino University. I am creating this video for my Intro to Psychology class, and I would like to share with you this evening some information about a theorist named Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl was born to Ellis and Gabriel Frankl on March 26, 1905. He was the second of three children and spent most of his young adult life studying psychology. During his high school years, Frankl attended many lectures on applied psychology and psychoanalysis. In 1921, he gave his first lecture on the meaning of life. And in 1923, he intensively corresponded with Sigmund Freud and also with Alfred Adler. Now, a year later, he was able to meet Sigmund Freud, but he mostly spent most of his time with Alfred Adler. In 1925, Frankl strived to explore the frontier between psychotherapy and philosophy, focusing on the fundamental question of meaning and values. This was a topic that would become the idea of his life work. In 1926, Frankl introduced the word logotherapy. Now, logotherapy is the healing through meaning. It refers to the fact which reveals itself to a phenomenological analysis, namely, that man is basically striving to find and fulfill meaning and purpose in life. Between the years of 1928 and 1937, Frankl practiced his counseling in Vienna and also in 6 other countries, which was free of cost. He also practiced with other individual psychologists. He gained international attention for his work in Vienna because for the first time in years, no student suicides had occurred, which was actually phenomenal. Frankl went on to obtain training in neurology. He became the chief of the female suicidal pavilion at the psychiatric hospital in Vienna. Frankl opened a practice as doctor of neurology and psychiatry. Between the years of 1938 and 1946, Frankl endured heartache when he lost his family due to Hitler's invasion of Austria. And during this time, Frankl had written a paper titled Philosophy and Psychotherapy on the Foundation of an Existential Analysis. During this time, he became director of the neurological department of the Rothschild Hospital, a clinic for Jewish patients. And also during that time, that's when his family was actually split up. So he didn't know where his family was at. And in spite of the danger of his own life, he sabotaged Nazi procedures by making false diagnoses to prevent euthanasia of mentally ill patients. He started writing his first version of his book during this time, entitled The Doctor and the Soul. And after the loss of his wife and family and battling typhoid, which he found out after the war, he had to find a way to overcome his despair. He became the director of the Vienna Neurological Polyclinic, a position he held for 25 years. Now, with his reconstructed book, he attained his habilitation at the University of Vienna Medical School. And he dictated that book within 9 days, which it was later translated into English and published as Man's Search for Meaning. By 1997, more than 9 million copies had been sold. In 1948, Frankl obtained his PhD in philosophy, and his dissertation was on the unconscious God. In 1948, Frankl was promoted to associate professor, where he presented his metaclinical lectures, which were published under the title Unconditional Man. And in 1950, Frankl created the Austrian Medical Society for Psychotherapy and became the first president there. In 1961, he was a guest professor at Harvard University, and he also was a guest speaker at the Southern Methodist University in Dallas. His lectures were on his manuscript, The Wheel of Meaning. In 1997, Frankl's autobiography was published and translated to English as Viktor Frankl Recollections, and in September 2nd of 1997, Frankl had passed away. My sources were cited on the PsychNet app, research. The journal was called Logotherapy and Existentialism by Viktor Frankl, Psychotherapy Theory Research Practice, Volume 4, August 1964, and also on a website that was www.viktorfrankl.org. Thank you.